every one of you listening to my voice.
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid.
What was that?
I have never seen anything like this before.
What unearthly horror did that girl gaze upon?
Those people were killed by something.
We are back with First Feature. I am your host, James Hewitt, and I am joined by my co-host once again.
Me?
It's you.
It's me.
It's you, man. It's you. This is an episode where we're talking about two movies. It sounds outrageous, but we are doing the
We're
impossible.
sluts.
Yeah.
We're sluts for film.
We had a bit of a conversation, and we decided that First Feature episodes were beginning to become our main
I've had
features.
discussions with this, our friends that listen, and they were pretty confused. Because the whole point of the podcast was that it was about old B movies.
Yeah.
But half of our slate has been just current films, which I don't think was intentional. I think that was just...
It was more of a
Just
time
what was
filler.
released day.
Yeah, it was just... It happened to coincide with The Mummy and Hokum and
Yeah.
a lot of new horrors being released.
We thought about doing an episode on Star Wars, and I'm very thankful you decided not to. It means I don't have to watch that goddamn movie.
I had a coming to Jesus moment. I realized Grogu was not the way to go.
No.
It was not the direction we needed to go.
I don't know, just every trailer I see of that film, nothing. Like, I feel nothing. Like, not anger or boredom. It's just like, it's just there. It's really bizarre.
They have been holding back reviews, feedback on the movie since they've had press screenings.
But it's out now, right?
It is out officially.
Does it have
today.
a Metacritic?
Let's see. It doesn't have a letterboxd average yet.
It probably does.
Then again, it's the very first release day. It's gonna have a mix.
Yeah, true. It is
mixed,
the first.
Mixed results. Mandalorian and Grogu. Where is it?
I don't think it's no. I don't think it has.
Do I have to
a
look up
Metacritic?
Nah. I mean, Letterboxd, it has average 3.2 so far. I mean, these are just audience averages.
Yeah. If you're going to Mando Grogu on first day, you're probably a slut for Star Wars, as we are for double features.
Yeah. I mean, looking down this list of reviews, it's like 3 stars, 2 stars, 4 stars, 2 stars, 2 stars.
Yeah.
It's pretty it's looking pretty on the negative.
I mean, who's surprised? I don't think anyone's surprised.
No one's surprised.
No one's surprised. So we should stop talking about it.
Let's move on to something else. We have not been to a video rental store with the intention of actually renting out a movie since maybe I was 15. How about yourself?
We did have that rental store in Invercargill.
We did.
And I really considered it.
Mhm.
But I didn't have a car for the first year and a half. So I decided not to. And then it was closed. Really a shame. That place was really cool.
That place had a really wide selection, and they sold all their movies towards the end.
Which we weren't there for. I think they closed after we left.
Yeah, right after we left Invercargill. That was gutting, man.
Yeah, and then we interviewed the Alice, which is a DVD store that is now a hybrid DVD store and cinema, which I want to rent from them because they do delivery options.
Yeah, mail delivery.
Yes, no female delivery, only men. Though I don't think that's a hard, stringent rule that they have to enforce that often. Yeah, for our documentary, we talked to
one of the owners, Peter.
Yeah, of... Why am I forgetting the name, James?
Alice?
No, the new one, of the one we went to today.
Oh, the one we went to Hamilton.
Not the Alice.
We spoke to the
Auteur House.
Auteur House.
Which we found because of an interview in, I think it was the spin-off,
Yeah,
the Herald.
we saw an interview with Richard, the owner.
Yeah.
So he was gracious enough to sit down with us.
What a character.
What a character.
I mean, I don't think we've ever gone to one of these places and gone, that was a strictly rational human being that functions
Not
and can
at
blend
all.
into society. These are macabre people.
You have to be a unique kind of human being to want to own a DVD store at its most at one of its most
Lowest points.
lowest points.
Yeah, not as a negative or a positive, it's
No.
just a generalized statement.
Yeah.
You gotta be an interesting person to do that. He was great. Some really interesting opinions.
There was some interesting discussions had.
He was really fun. He was so passionate.
It was great. We just shouted out to him, "Hey, I'm looking for this kind of movie, this kind of genre."
I did catch him
vibe.
though.
Yeah.
This man who I think had a degree in film studies. I feel he told us that he had a degree in it.
He did.
I did catch him out on our boy Shaheen. Yosef Shaheen. He was like,
pod favorite.
Don't know if we have that one. I'm like, bang, get the fuck out of here. Don't need a goddamn degree.
You really sunk him with that one.
I sunk him like a goddamn battleship.
He shut the store.
He blew it up.
He burned every copy
Joker style.
he had. Yeah.
Because I got him. I got his ass.
He burned every Joker copy he had.
Yeah, so we came away with 6 pictures. $20
pictures
in total.
For $20
for a week, which is pretty damn good.
That's great. That's
great. I picked up The Wrong Man.
This is Alfred Hitchcock speaking. In the past, I have introduced you to many kinds of people. Murderers, thieves, swindlers, many of them geniuses at the business of crime. Now I'd like you to meet an entirely different person, an average sort of fellow.
Alfred Hitchcock, he was a big Hitchcock guy.
He brought up Hitchcock about 50 times.
Yeah. It was fine. I'm not the biggest Hitchcock guy. I enjoy his descendant, De Palma more. I feel De Palma is just a sluttier version of Hitchcock, which Hitchcock wishes he were.
Version.
That was fine. It was alright. The story was pretty lame, but the filmmaking is just great.
That's the thing with Hitchcock, right? The filmmaking is
so good,
so phenomenal.
But then you look at the script and you're like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
I could use this as some toilet paper if I was
Jesus
short.
Christ, James. Let's not go there. You're so extreme. Then I picked up The Weight of Water.
There are times in your life when you sense that something is about to happen.
This is my husband, Thomas. Hi.
Hey, too long.
And at the same time, you realize it already has.
2 women were discovered in the kitchen, strangled and bludgeoned with an axe. Isn't bludgeon a wonderful word?
One of the best.
A maligned Catherine Bigelow film, which I have not seen, which was not in the region. It was a Region 1 disc. I fucking hate region locking on discs. So I was kind of stumped there. And The Apartment, which you picked out for me, which I haven't seen
which
yet.
you're yet to watch tonight.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like this.
No.
No.
I don't know. Billy Boy, who directed
Some Like It Hot, Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time I watch one of his films, I'm like, yeah, it's great. Just not for me though. He's got a weird tone to him. I can't put my finger on it. And I like all his movies, but I don't think I would care to watch any of them again. But you're the complete opposite.
He's got a real old school.
Yeah, but he's got a twang to him.
Yeah.
Similar to Powell and Pressburg, which have just a weird twang to their films that are much more modern.
Really
just a creepiness to them. Yeah. What did you pick up?
I picked out only 2 movies because you picked out the third one for me. I picked out two unintentionally two somewhat similar movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Mighty Pecking Man.
Deep in the steaming jungles of India, hidden from civilization, lives the legend of Goliathon and the untamed white goddess. For centuries, explorers have tried to conquer the legend and failed. Now, one group of men are determined to succeed. Each step brings them closer to danger, closer to death.
Which is a Hong Kong knockoff, essentially, of King Kong, The Lost World.
That sounds like
Mighty
your kind of movie.
Joe Young. It was not what it was what I expected, but at
Not
the
what you
same
wanted.
time, no. At the
Okay.
same time, not what I expected. You know, the
That's
ending.
an oxymoron, James. How could it be something you expected but not what you expected?
I know it sounds crazy, but the ending gets so batshit crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and the miniature work is so silly,
Mm.
but it's kind of charming. It was great. I would probably watch it again over Son of Kong, which now that I say it
Which
isn't a
w-
high bar. But
Yeah, no, that was made for half a ham sandwich and in 5 minutes.
I'm
So
sure
the first film came out.
I'm sure Son of Kong had a bigger budget than this. But
That's true.
this entire movie is about a gorilla who's just a man in a costume, and he's playing against a woman who
Is a woman in a costume?
Well,
It's a man in a woman costume. They couldn't afford a woman.
She's barely in a costume.
Right. That's where all the budget went, is to the ape
she's-
costume, and they're like, sorry, Toots, we don't have enough budget for a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, the way she's framed in this movie, I would not be surprised if they call her Toots once the camera stops rolling.
Yeah.
She gets treated pretty rough, but this ending is it's insane. But then I had the privilege of watching this on the big screen. King Solomon's Mines.
Wow.
King Solomon's Mines is the most boring 1950s action adventure movie I have ever watched.
Which is a high bar. That is a high bar for a film to clear.
Let me restate that. Let me take out the
'Cause you've watched some
1950s part.
trash.
This movie is more focused on trying to get the most stunning shots of African wildlife and scenery than it
Mhm.
is actually trying to make a movie that's cohesive and interesting.
Sounds like a Terrence Malick film.
He would probably
He was
enjoy
inspired
this.
by it. He was
Probably.
watching King Solomon's Mine and was like, Thin Red Line, I gotta go make that.
This movie is so
Days of Heaven, let's go.
Yeah. I was not expecting this to be. I expected this to be more racist than misogynistic.
Damn.
But the tables had turned. It was very, very misogynistic, but somehow not as racist as I think I said in my Letterboxd review as King Kong 2005.
Which is a very racist film.
That's a very racist movie. But here...
But in a fun way.
Sure.
It's funny. You got these two films, and I guarantee you I can find them on YouTube for free.
Yeah. And I chose to rent them from
The
a
first
store.
time you rented in a video store since you were, what, like 12, and you probably got Speed Racer out, and you're like, I'm going to get two movies that I could get on YouTube for free. And Haxin, which is the film I Got You, which is also a film you can get on YouTube for free.
I could have watched this on Criterion for free.
Yeah.
This is...
Tell me about... I'm a huge fan of Haxin, which, to describe, is basically the first YouTube video essay ever. It is simply the director talking to you, but of course it's a silent film, so through slides, and just telling you about witchcraft through the ages.
Satanism. It's this tremendously like macabre depiction of how women have been treated through whenever this film is set, like the Middle Ages. Yeah, Middle Ages. It's a very ahead of its time too. You know, it's depiction of the persecution of women. It's
well, it doesn't get the perspective much until the end with one key scene, which is very beautiful. It's BTS footage. They have an old woman who plays one of the supposed witches, demonstrating a torture device on her hands or
Yeah,
such,
the thumb
a thumb
torture.
grip.
Yeah.
And we see that clip, and then near the end, he replays that clip, and he tells the audience that this is after they finished filming. So this is technically BTS footage in a silent film,
but it works really well.
and it's a clip, and you can see her mouthing it normally. You know, sometimes you watch
Yeah,
a silent film
yeah.
and they're big mouths, but she's just talking. And of course, you can't hear, but he tells us that she is struggling a bit because she has arthritis. Am I correct?
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly, but she's just telling that it's hurting her
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
this. And it really gets you.
I was really disturbed by this movie.
Yeah,
I felt
yeah.
really unsettled. There's a segment where the old woman is being caged and tortured, and I really felt it. It was really sad.
Yeah, because at the start they portray it as if, you know, more of a modern sense in this is like a History Channel,
Yeah.
where it's, you know, witches and broomsticks and all that. But then the more you go on, the more he strips it back into the human aspect of it.
Mm.
And I think he talks about uh the idea of, I'm trying to think what it was. It was an old way of describing uh, uh women being mentally sick. It was like frenzy, or let me look this up. Female hysteria. He basically describes female hysteria in the film, and how these labels created by men in the state and the church to just put on to women they don't want to deal with.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
Women that were a bit too quote unquote high and mighty, or that were acting too good, or were misbehaving, or were pushing back against basically slavery and indentured servitude. It's really incredible. Most off because the director is in the film portraying the devil.
I did not know this until afterwards.
I added it to the logo or the icon for the Silent Spectacular
Yes.
series. There's a really great shot which I used of him churning butter, where he's like licking his lips and he's churning butter as if he's jacking off. So cool that the director portrays himself as the devil, and he's really good.
It's really
he's a really
cool.
good actor in it.
There's
so good.
There's some really horrifying shots at the start. There's one where the devil, he actually comes out. He comes up to the like pops up and onto the screen. It's actually more
really scary,
more intense than any jump scare that I've seen in modern horror.
Yeah, because it's so weird, and the speed of the film is so bizarre. There's a great shot of pigs, upright pigs, that were like statues or guarding something. It's just so disturbing seeing it. They do these little tableaus of like witch ceremonies at the start, and it's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I don't know how they did it.
The restoration looks somehow so sharp, but not in a modern way.
Yeah,
it's sharp, like you're projecting it in 1922.
I think every episode of the show we're going to talk about a film that I chose not to buy on 4K and regret.
This is one of them.
Just recently, we talked about In the Mouth of Madness, and I caved and I bought it.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was like one of the last copies I could find. But this, I really wanted the 4K restoration of Haxen, which the one we have is the just simple standard version.
It's the Blu-ray. Yeah,
it's just the regular Blu-ray, but there is a 4K big bulky version, which I'm regretting not getting, because
that would be an incredible buy.
Yeah,
really, I'm really happy you put me onto this one because otherwise I would not have walked out with it.
Yeah, no. Why would you? Why would you get a Blu-ray of Haxan, a
Haxan,
film you could just watch on YouTube?
I was not what I was expecting at all.
Mm.
It all just feels like as
It's
you
very
said,
human.
YouTube essay from 1920.
A good
It's
one. A
a
good
one.
YouTube
Yeah.
essay, not a
Not a
you know
shitty
2-hour video about just the Just Cause series. But yeah, that was our trip to
Waterhouse.
House. If you're in Hamilton, go. It's really fun.
They
It's
have a
really great.
really extensive collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not here to talk about Haxan.
No,
we're not.
We're talking about other witchcraft and wizardry.
Would you like to announce our 2 picks this week?
Sure. Well, your 2 picks, you chose these. Not to diminish them. They are great picks. James, these were on the floating list. He picked these out.
I think Reese tossed me like six or 7 films.
Yeah,
and,
and you picked these out.
Well, originally it was
Grogu.
Yeah, Grogu.
And this other film, but luckily he switched it up. I'm very thankful because I don't think I would have seen either of these if I had the choice. I'm pretty busy these days, and I don't think I would have seen it if it wasn't for this.
I wouldn't have seen.
I'll just announce them.
Yeah.
First, Mother Mary, of course, 2026.
Yeah.
Directed by David Lowery. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
His sixth film.
Well, we've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, seventh
film,
maybe 8th.
Well,
it's hard to tell.
Well, what have we got here? We've got
The Green Knight, A Ghost Story,
Yep,
Mother Mary,
mm-hmm.
The Old Man and the Gun, Pete's Dragon, Peter Pan and Wendy. I don't know if this one is. Yes, it is. Ain't Them Bodies Saints.
That was his first. I want to say his first feature.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems like it. That's his first. So it is.
I think that was what it got him recognition at Sundance one year.
God, I've just seen his picture on Letterboxd, and this guy's scary. He's fucking terrifying.
To depict him, he's a bald. What nationality is he? American? Yeah, he's an American. He's bald. He's got a
very square face,
brooding eyes staring back at me.
Yeah, they're like green or blue, but they're really just piercing. Very light. Some stubble and of course a scarf.
Yep. Well, what director is not complete without a scarf? Yeah. That's what you're missing.
But he looks like a Sims. He looks like a default Sims. Yeah. Now, I have not watched. Or do we want to say the other film? I mean, they already know the other film.
It's Obsession. It's Obsession. Who isn't talking about Obsession?
Yeah.
On podcasting this week.
So, I have not seen any David Lowery film. One of his films was filmed in Invercargill.
What
film? It was Pete's Dragon, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, that was filmed around Southland.
Yeah. Well, a bunch of
that's
people
right
from SIT, Southland Institute of Technologies.
One of
were pulled onto that film. Unfortunately, we came
right after.
Oh, it's 2016, so they would have filmed in 2015. So a bit after. That was probably the last production that was down in Southland.
Yeah, it's pretty barren.
Really
these
sad.
Days. Yeah. One of my friends, Will, he was when he was in primary school, he was an extra in Pete's Dragon.
Wow.
Yeah, he said he was I have watched Pete's Dragon many moons ago. There's a scene where there's a bus for like kids, and he's one of the extras in that. So that was good fun. But they've not shot a production down there since maybe, I don't know if the Sakis shot down there since.
I don't think they shot down there for
what year
Pike River.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what year was Two Little Boys?
That was before. That was much. I think it was 2002, wasn't it?
2012.
2012.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's been really anything.
No.
Well, we'll have to do it.
We'll have to
go
be
down there.
Save the day.
Save the day and film one of my depressing movies. Yes.
Let's go.
That's what Southland needs. I think that's every person that goes down to Southland, they're like too cheery, too fun, too energetic. Let's bring it down a notch. It's a bit too much over here.
Why so happy, guys?
No, we love Southland. Yeah, I've not watched a David Lowery film. The Green Knight and The Ghost Story are the only ones I really want to watch. I've heard contradictory things about The Old Man and the Gun. Robert Redford's quote-unquote last film. Very sadly, that is his second to last. Do you know what his last is? You have seen it.
Have I?
Yeah.
What is it?
It is Avengers Endgame. He makes a cameo in the New York time travel scene.
Yeah.
Reprising his role of evil Nazi man from
Naturally.
Winter Soldier. So sad. I believe that on the campaign trail of this film, everyone asked Robert Redford if this was his final picture. Because, I mean, of course, this looks like his last picture.
Yeah,
the old man and the gun, and the poster is Robert Redford on a white background. It's pretty obvious that it's his last film.
Yeah.
And on the campaign trail, they were asking him, is this your last film? And he's like, I don't know. Kind of coy about it. Not in a cheeky way of course this is, but in a, I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
I am in Avengers Endgame. Which is incredibly depressing because he does not need to be in Avengers Endgame.
He doesn't need to be in there.
I mean, who fucking cares?
Everyone's
it's
in
all
Endgame.
imaginary. It's all a bunch of fucking dress-ups.
I did not know David Lowery did The Old Man and the Gun.
Yeah, I didn't know he did Pete's Dragon.
I didn't know. I honestly only knew him for Green Knight and Ghost Story.
I think that's what most people know him for.
I mean, Pete. What is it? Wendy?
Peter Pan and Wendy.
That's clearly a paycheck movie, so we can get.
But then
something else greenlit.
I thought that until I realized he did Pete's Dragon, which I'm guessing means that. So he started off with And Them Body Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got picked up for Pete's Dragon, which is another Disney film, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it must be Disney.
And then he went over to make, I believe, A Ghost Story.
Yeah.
But then he went back to Peter Pan and Wendy after...
Hey, man's got to pay his bills.
Old Man, the Gun, and the Green Knight. I'm guessing because the Green Knight failed.
Yeah,
the
Green
Knight
was
a spectacular fail.
Yeah.
To anyone who wasn't a film fan, I think everyone told me this was a great film.
But it was very hard to access because it came out around COVID times. I had to find it on the internet. I won't say how. I had to find it
legal
on
means, right?
Legal
means, of course.
It was really tough to find, which is a shame because it is a really really great fantasy adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm guessing because of Peter Pan and Wendy, he got some cachet to make Mother Mary, though. This has been the biggest wait, I think. I'm just looking at it. Eight Them Saints was 3 years before Pete's Dragon. Then it was 2 years to The Old Man. Oh, no, it was 1 year to Ghost Story, 1 year to The Old Man, 3 years to Green Knight, 2 years to Peter Pan. And then, I think this is the biggest, maybe the biggest, 3 years, a bit over 3 years. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, since his last, independent movie.
Green Knight,
Or original, as original
it's been 5 years.
Yeah, I guess,
Well, I think Peter Pan and Wendy was straight to streaming. So this is probably
it was straight to streaming, man.
First 5 years.
And how could we forget An Almost Christmas Story?
Sure.
It's just a short film he made for Disney for Christmas in 2024.
Well, it's almost Christmas.
So really, that was his last directorial outing until Mother Mary.
Short films don't count. We know this. Everyone knows this.
I'm sure he stood in the room and just said, "Point the camera there."
It's stop motion though. It looks fine.
Hey,
but I do not care for short films.
Anyway,
we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Mother Mary.
I hadn't seen you in over 10 years. So, tell me about your new song.
You want to hear it?
Show me. But deal without your music. Why? Because I don't want to hear it. Okay, well, I think that's... There may only be one of us left standing when this is over.
I know.
Should I just get to the synopsis?
Yeah, give us a spiel, James.
So, long buried wounds rise to the surface when iconic pop star Mother Mary unites with her estranged best friend and former costume designer, Sam Anselm, on one of her comeback performances. It is a very, very brief way of looking of looking over at the surface of this movie.
Yeah.
The thing with David Lowery, there's two ways you can view his films that I can see. You can come at it looking very deep into his metaphorical writing and vision, or you can come at his movies just appreciating the pure visual element of them all, because they are like visually
and
incredible.
I'm gonna take a stab and say that you were the latter.
Crazy stab, Bruce.
I'm guessing that you did not watch this film, which was about the inner struggle and a rekindling of a lovely friendship, and you were like pretty colors.
It's not to say I didn't get anything.
No, of course, but that's how that's how
I, especially Green Knight, I did not come out of that movie with the themes sinking deep into my soul. And it's
you're a visual guy.
Yeah, I'm a visual guy.
You love your visuals, and that's totally fine, because it seems that David Lowery does that for you.
Yeah. That's how I connect with him as a filmmaker. But let's talk a little bit about its production. So,
sure.
It had a budget of $20 million.
That's pretty standard. I think that's probably the apex of directors like this now, is 20. Yeah. Maybe you'll get a Civil War and get Civil War was what, 100?
That was pretty steep, which is unusual. For a
Civil War was
director.
50.
Yeah, 50.
So probably another 50 for extras. Yeah. But yeah, 20 is probably the mid ground or the high for most of these A24 neon.
Yeah. I'm not sure who this
directors.
Was this A24?
I don't think so.
It felt very like A24.
It was
A24. Okay. I mean, Neon and A24 now are kind of molded into one idea. Really let's not get into that. Open to only 5 theaters.
Really?
Yep. How much do you think this opened to?
Oh my god. 5 individual theaters.
But for 5 theaters, this still made a significant amount of money.
5 theaters.
And it's opening weekend.
10,000?
168,000.
What?
And so far, it's only made 2.8 million worldwide. And it's been out for
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not going to make its money back.
It's a shame.
It's a real shame.
It is a real shame, because
where did you see it?
I saw it at Academy.
Yeah. How was that? Well, I mean, Academies, you can't really judge how well a film's doing by Academy.
I have a feeling I enjoyed it more than what on the visual side.
What the audience had?
Yeah. the sound quality and the picture quality at Academy is surprisingly
it's supreme.
It's supreme.
It's really good.
And I don't think I fully realized that until I saw this movie, because the colors were so sharp, the sound was so dynamic.
The sound is so great at Academy.
But you saw it?
I saw this at Takapuna, Beachside. Empty theater.
Shocker.
It was, what time was this? About 4 o'clock. So not a great time.
What day?
I saw this on. Actually, I can see. I saw this on Monday. Monday at 4, and it was empty, which I love. I love an empty theater.
It's great for your own experience, but
I mean, Takapuna, I don't think is the place for this.
No,
really. But I think this will be. This is not a hit for David Lowery in any sense.
No, not for
critically, fan-wise, or budget. This is a big miss. But you really loved it.
I really loved it. Anne Hathaway.
Should we talk about Anne?
Let's talk about Anne.
Anne Hathaway has been quote unquote gone for a number of years.
Let's see. What was her last?
I want you to guess.
Significant picture.
I want you to guess what her last significant outside of this year. So this year she has a bunch, and we'll talk about those.
Are we just talking like small indie, or are we talking because she was a big star? She was the highest paid like actress, I think, at one point. I'm gonna say, or maybe I'm too early for this. Was it Les Mis? Or am I far too early?
It is last year. The Idea of You.
Really?
She has already come back. She was in another film, Mother's Instinct, last year too. But she hasn't really. She's been in minor films, which I have not heard of here and there. But she hasn't really been in a big picture since The Witches.
Ah, yeah.
In 2020.
I heard Eileen was good. Yeah.
Yeah, but she hasn't really been in, like, I think the last film I really locked in on her was Dark Waters in 2019, a film I love. But she's not been in much. Like, looking at this, I'm like, Armageddon Time, James Gray. Like,
how could I forget Interstellar? Oh my god.
Yeah, We Crashed, which was, I think, a TV show. Looks
wow.
She Came to Me. It's just these whatever films that I don't think anyone has ever seen. But I think for the most part, she was doing it because she had a kid.
Yeah, and hey, all the more power to her in that case.
Yeah,
stepping away a bit to
but it is a combination of the two things you hate, James.
Kids
and women.
That's
He's not denying it. But she has come back with a vengeance. This year she has 5 pictures. We've already seen 2.
Yep.
The Devil Wears Prada 2. Mother Mary. She is in the Odyssey playing Penelope. End of Oak Street, which is David Robert Mitchell.
Director of It Follows,
which I am really excited for.
Silver Lake?
I don't really care for It Follows, but I'm a huge Under the Silver Lake fan. And he was kind of blacklisted after that film. And Variety? Which is another film by the Idea of You director. I think it's just it's based off, what's her name? Colleen Hoover. A Colleen Hoover novel. Really big these days. So a big year. She really hits all of it. Mother Mary for the indie fans out there. Devil Wears Prada 2 for the mainstream women. Variety for the it'll be a sleazy film for women. I'm guessing gonna be very similar to The Housemaid. Did you watch The Housemaid?
I didn't watch The Housemaid.
Very fun. End of Oak Street, which is a really going to be a really bizarre film.
Yeah.
And The Odyssey, a huge, probably going to be it.
The movie of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll
It's not going to be the highest grossing.
No,
I don't
not at
think.
all.
I
No,
think
no.
the highest grossing will be Toy Story 5.
Toy Story 5, Moana, possibly.
I don't think Moana. I think Toy Story 5. I'll put my money on that.
Okay.
I don't think Avengers is gonna make a bill.
Also we've got Spider-Man. We've got
Spider-Man.
a ton of
Spider-Man.
big
Yeah,
movies in
I think
here.
Toy Story as well. I'll put my money on, but it'll be the biggest film of the year.
Yeah.
In every aspect.
In terms of
quality,
impact.
money, impact.
Yeah.
Box office awards. But this, yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. It has been a while.
What do you like, Anne Hathaway? Did you like Anne Hathaway?
In what sense? Because
she was derided in the media. Surprising, I know. A successful young woman derided by the media. Once in a lifetime. She was derided, and then I think it swapped over to what's her name? The lady from the Hunger Games.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. I
Yes,
had Jennifer. I couldn't get the Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
She was really derided.
They treated her like shit.
Yeah. In the late 2010s, especially when she got her Oscar. That was like a would not want to be her.
No. I really liked Anne Hathaway's performance here. She gave a really, in some scenes, intense physical performance. There's that scene where she's dancing. She's giving she's just going ham, and it's really, really impactful. What did you feel the same way with this movie, or
for Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I think she did a great job. It's hard. The performances in this film are purposefully exaggerated. And Devil Wears Prada 2 is not a stage for acting. Well, it is, but not for Anne Hathaway's role. She's the solid ground. She's not supposed to shake the boat.
No.
So I can't really judge her acting on these two fronts. She was good. That's really all I can say. She did a good job with what she had. But she was outshined.
Yes. Well, we've only got two cast really in this movie. Is it Michaela Coel? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think it's just Michaela Coel. She was great. She was really good. I had heard of her for the Christophers, the new Soderbergh film. What a face! Very beautiful woman.
Very striking.
With a striking face.
Yeah.
Every angle, she looks completely different.
I really hope one day I can be as photogenic on screen, even from the back of my head.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That was probably the first note I had. I think it is the first note I had.
Only note you had
is complete opposites. Anne Hathaway is an amazingly gorgeous woman, but in the very Western sense. She's very slender in her face, and she's very, cutesy and a very classical beauty. And Michaela Coel is, I don't think she wouldn't be in like Devil Wears Prada in the mid 2000s.
No, I wouldn't see her in that.
A very different sense of beauty, which I think was purposeful. I think that was kind of the point. Two
opposites.
Yeah, and to also put forward the idea of the underrepresented minorities in art.
Yes.
That white, classically beautiful people can just swoop in and take the limelight, and no one will pay attention to the minorities that do a lot of the work. Anne
Hathaway is a mess in this. She's essentially
she's a messy bitch. Yeah,
she's at the peak of her career, and she's just come off of a stage accident where she supposedly has what is it? She jump off the.
She fell.
She fell.
Which is a question in the film.
Yeah,
Did she fall? Did she jump?
Yeah.
And it's a bit of both.
Yeah. But she comes back to Michaela Coel as a wreck, and she wants her to
make her a dress.
Make her a dress that's most authentically her, not what Michaela Coel had designed for her at the start, but she wants to go strip it back to the bones, essentially, right?
Well, yeah, she had other people dressing her, and she just didn't feel it was correct. So she goes back to her old friend who helped create her look back in the day.
There's some underlying romantic tension between them.
Thought about this, and I was of two minds about it because yeah, there is a tension. I mean, there is visual imagery of Michaela Coel's character. What is it? Sam, literally putting her fingers into a gash in Anne Hathaway. Very, very erotic imagery. And I was two minds about it because you could either put it to the closeness of friendship that women can have, or just a queer romance. I put it more friends. Maybe that's just because I like that idea.
Yeah.
That's it's the female friendship that goes beyond even sexual desire. Something I've heard from other female film critics of this film. It's a very unique idea that isn't represented a lot, especially in male films.
Yeah.
Male directed films, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think this film works. I think it's a lot of, beautiful imagery. Of course, it's a beautiful film, but I don't know.
What specifically?
The dialogue. It one thing that I clashed up against was the dialogue. It was quick. It was fast. It was back and forward. It was very intense.
Yes.
But there would be times where they would just pull back and kind of make fun of the metaphors at play.
Well, it's very poetic dialogue.
But also it crashes that poetic dialogue. So they'll have a huge spiel, and then at the end, someone will have a line of dialogue basically pulling out. The one that stands out to me is Anne Hathaway speaking about the ghost in the film. And near the end of it, Sam basically asks, are you talking about a literal ghost or a fake ghost? Or an emotional ghost? And that pulled me out. And it does that a lot in the film, where they will be in such a phantasm and this real energy-based dialogue and scenes, metaphors, and that rush that I really like of just where the line between reality and fiction is blurred. But then they'll just slice through it and just ask, is this reality or not? And it felt like for a laugh, and it really pulled me out of it and made me ask, why would you do that? Why would you have such a lyrical, poetic story and just crash it with literal dialogue? I just didn't like it.
Right.
Do you understand? Am I making that clear?
I totally get. I do understand that. Yeah,
it's very unique.
I've
never seen that. In a way, it kind of reminded me of Marvel energy. Of they'll have a very serious scene, and someone will be like, "That was weird," or the classic, "She's right behind me."
It's like, we can't be too serious.
Yeah, but I wonder, because David Lowery wouldn't do that though.
He's quite a serious. Well, I don't. He's a serious filmmaker. So I don't know I don't know why that would be the case. It could be an oversight by him, perhaps.
It feels like it has to be purposeful,
Hmm.
right? Because why would he? That's not a studio note.
That's definitely not a studio.
It's
I
not
don't
a
think the
studio note.
studios understood what he was.
Well, it's A24. They left it to him.
They leave it to the creative mind of the director. Yeah.
But it feels like it's his, that he wanted that. But I just don't understand why pull me out of this Fantasia that he's creating.
Yeah.
A very beautiful Fantasia.
This is stunning.
And it pulls me out, and I take a look at it, and I can see the corners. I can see the edge of frame. And every time I would get into it and fall into this dream, he would just slap me and wake me up. That's why I really didn't care for it.
Right, okay.
Quick Pepsi refill.
We're
You're
drinking-
keeping this in, James. I have described for the viewers what I'm doing right now.
I think
I have a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi.
And a tiny ass little tumbler.
A beautiful wine tumbler.
Like a
stemless wine glass.
That he's filling with Pepsi Max.
As Anne Hathaway would.
Satisfied?
Yeah.
This film felt very much like another film that came out around 2012, I want to say. It's called the Neon Demon.
Okay.
It's got similar themes and tones about identity. And it felt very much like that, where there was very much a sensory nightmare to watch. Every frame of that movie is a flashing light, in a sense, and in some ways in that movie it kind of overshadows the actual message of that film.
Yeah,
because you get so sucked into this nightmare. Whereas in this film, I actually felt it balanced it quite well, because these sequences in this movie where you're sucked into like a night, like this
dream,
this nightmare. But I felt like when we came out of that and we sat with the characters and they were exchanging dialogue and connecting, I felt like he struck a good balance there personally.
Yeah, I could see that.
As someone who isn't getting too sucked into the dialogue itself.
Yeah, I don't think the dialogue is meant to be understood word by word.
No,
it's supposed to be a kind of a poem or a rap, in a way where it just draws you in, and you kind of get the idea of what people are saying unless the literal words. And you kind of need that, because the film, my opinion, is about the bizarre and incredible power of female friendship that goes beyond physical or mental, and really connects on a deep level. To then pull it out was bizarre, because you need to be in that hypnotic, dream-like state to get that feeling across. This film reminded me of two films. One, not a good film, and one a great film. Sentimental Value.
Is that the not good film?
Sentimental Value, in the sense that it's a film about how hard it is for artists to say what they literally feel, and how they say it through their art, which is a very beautiful and a very hard thing to understand, that so many artists, they have very little capability of expressing themselves outside of their art. That's kind of why they make it.
That's why they're artists. Yeah,
because it's just such a cauldron of spells in there. And Hurry Up Tomorrow. Did you watch Hurry Up Tomorrow?
I didn't watch
James?
Hurry Up Tomorrow, man.
So I think it's a pretty apt comparison. It is about a pop artist trapped in a room with another person, and they speak very quickly about dreams and fantasia and the connection of music. Hurry Up Tomorrow sucks.
Is that the one with The Weeknd?
Ladies and gentlemen,
The
Weeknd. Yeah, yeah. That's a terrible film, which is also very beautiful. And it has the big problem that I pushed up against this too, is that they put so much weight on the creative output of a pop artist. And I don't feel that pop artists have that.
Right.
It takes an ungodly level of pop artist to have such a level of control over their work to still be a pop artist, but have that. You need to be like, you need to be the Beatles. You need to be Kendrick Lamar. You need to be an ungodly level person to put out music that everyone loves, but is still a creative rapture. It's like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, one of the greatest pop artists ever. But are you digging into a Michael Jackson piece and be like, man, this guy should have won a Pulitzer? Like, no.
No, of course not.
No, of course not, because it's pop. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
But Hurry Up Tomorrow, which The Weeknd is in many ways a current version of Michael.
He's Michael Jackson?
Well, that's what people gave him. I remember when I first heard The Weeknd, they were like, this guy sounds like a lot like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
He's, today's Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And they put so much weight on his craft. And it's, it's like having a film about Michael Bay and be like, Michael Bay, you make such deep art. Like, no, he makes pop art.
Yeah.
He makes pop films. Sure, you can dig into his stuff, but to put so much weight on every detail they put in is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that was the same with this, where I was watching, I'm like, she's a Taylor Swift or a Lady Gaga type of artist, right?
Yeah.
The Mother Mary in this film. And, love Gaga. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
No hate to Gaga.
But, they aren't Da Vinci.
Yeah.
they aren't, Kendrick Lamar or inscrutable writers. They make great, incredible pop art. And this film puts so much weight on the creative ability and how every detail is meticulously created by these two people. I just think it's so bizarre. But you kind of need that, because otherwise...
It's kind of what makes this film.
Yeah, you need the big stadium
David Lowery
and the
film,
beautiful gowns, and, she's flying and all this imagery. If it was an actual artist that you could dig into their work, it would be a guy standing on stage strumming, It wouldn't have such great grandioseness. It would, it'd be Art Garfunkel strumming away on or Bob Dylan standing on stage, and, the most you will get is maybe a pyro or two. I just found it so weird to put so much weight on the art of a pop artist.
Yeah.
It's pop,
Yeah, I was more, I guess, intrigued by Sam than Mother Mary.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mother Mary has another name, but Sam as
I don't think she gets a name. She's just called Mother Mary.
Yeah. Sam as a character. She was more fascinating to me than anything, because we don't get as much background around who Sam is.
Yeah.
Opposed to Mother Mary. I would have liked more focus on Sam. Because it feels like to me Mother Mary is the centerpiece here. She's
which is kind of the point, because that's how the relationship was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That she's in the shadows. I think it really needs to be a film that is a topic that you love. Not in the sense of fashion or anything, but just it needs to be a story that connects to you personally.
Yeah.
I think you need to have a relationship that is similar to this Mother Mary to really get the full weight of it, which I don't have. So
Yeah, no. Well, in this case, I'm Mother Mary Reese.
wow. Yeah. Okay.
Don't you dare try and dress me in red.
Are you saying that this podcast is worth a Pulitzer? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we can take a shot at it.
Yeah.
Now, vaginas.
Freaked me out. Yeah.
So it is a pretty cliche use of imagery to represent femininity and, that realm with vaginas. There's so many vagina imagery in this,
Yeah.
just cloth that are shaped like
anything.
Yeah, I mean,
like the
the
wounds.
costume at the end
Yeah.
is just a
It
a
is.
big vagina.
Yeah.
And cool. Shout out my vaginas out there.
But I've seen it before.
It's a cliche.
Yeah.
It's a cliche to have a, oh, what does this mean? It's a big vagina. Yeah. Would you rather be a more creative sense of imagery or just it's a big vagina?
I think for me,
fine, I
I
guess.
can leave it as a big vagina.
Yeah.
I don't need anything more.
I think it's just such
Yeah.
a well trodden piece of I
Yeah.
think it's probably the most that and the Christ imagery.
Yeah.
It's those two that stick out to you in art. Yeah, then penis. I think
Yeah.
it's Jesus, vagina, then penis are probably the imageries that are put onto artistic films.
Yeah. I think the stuff I cared for less than that though. It's just the I guess what you want to call it, the position stuff, or when they're
Yeah,
up in the room, they're
the Ouija board.
Ouija board, that's it. Yeah.
Well, that goes back to the literal aspect of it. I'm like, why does it need to be such a literal?
I didn't need that
position.
Yeah.
Since
Since right before that, they kind of address it as something that's not literal,
metaphorical, the removing of the teeth. Yeah, it's such a it's very Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
In a way of seeing the ghost that's just bathed in red. But then the position of Anne Hathaway is just such a literal.
That feels like the alternative
thing.
title. The position of Anne Hathaway. Anyways.
Yeah, I don't have too much else. It was filmed like a stage play.
Yeah,
It looks like
yeah.
I don't like films that are just stage plays, stuff like The Whale, where I'm like, I don't know. I think it'd be better if it was a stage play and I was just watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see this as a stage play. Yeah,
I mean, it's one location and
I was gonna
very
say, yeah.
limited angles.
I was gonna say it is like the location of like a I don't know, William Castle-esque
My
picture.
God. Oh yeah,
stuck in
yeah,
modern.
You get the first
horror.
shot of the house and there's lightning in the background.
Some crazy set pieces. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. Much smaller than I thought. I thought this was going to be a much bigger film, but it's a very tiny film.
In terms of scale or
Yeah,
reception?
scale. I mean, 2 actors really. A
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
extras. One location. Though the arena is pretty big, but it's really just the one location.
Yeah.
It's so tiny. I thought this would be a much bigger thing, but
It was smaller than
his other films.
Yeah, his other films. Even like Green Knight felt a lot larger in scale. I think a Ghost Story would have to be the smallest movie he might have made. I haven't seen it, but just by what I know of it,
So what have you seen of?
I've only seen the Green Knight.
How does this compare to the Green Knight?
Oh, I haven't seen the Green Knight in a long time.
Green Knight's more green?
It's
or more night?
Well, it's a very different movie.
Less vaginas.
Less vaginas in that movie, but
Oh, that's
that
a
one's a
shame.
big epic fantasy. It's a
Yeah.
very different movie to this.
Yeah.
But it's still the same feel. Like David Lowery has a very like stage-like quality to his filmmaking, as you pointed out before, and that you can kind of see that in the Green Knight.
Yeah.
But that's just David Lowery. Even like Pete's Dragon, it feels like I'm not watching a movie. I'm like watching a stage play.
Yeah, you're watching
Yeah.
a tale.
It's because I think it's because its performances feel very theatrical. I don't really feel like I'm sitting in reality.
Yeah,
But
he reminds me a lot of Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
Less in the horror sense, more in just a folk.
Yeah.
Folk stories. These tales of very simple things that I think you could dig into if you wish. I'd be interested to see what he's made. I think Green Knight would probably be the one that I would want to watch.
Definitely.
But you know,
a Ghost Story. I'll have
maybe
to watch next.
maybe Peter and Wendy. Maybe Peter and Wendy. I'll check that on.
Maybe you'll put that on one night with the family,
God,
with your niece.
Staring at me.
Put it on with your niece.
This guy looks like Nosferatu. Fuck, he's God. I mean, he's beautiful. He's beautiful, but like in a scary way. Are we done?
I think we're chit-chatted about Mother Mary.
So now we are talking about our next film. Or do we want to go on the Odyssey? What do we want to do?
Let's talk about the Odyssey. Let's have a little break. We've talked enough about movies.
Okay.
May the wrath of Neptune descend upon you.
I am Ulysses, king of Ithaca, conqueror of Troy. There across the wide dark sea is my home. I have been making my way to them these many years. But the anger of the gods pursued me. But I am here, undestroyed.
Welcome, weary travelers. This is an Odyssey through the Odyssey, an exploration of every single adaptation of the Odyssey in film, leading up to the release of Christopher Nolan's epic. I just watched the second trailer. I don't watch trailers.
Then why did you watch this?
Because I was kind of vibrating with anticipation. And I saw like they're starting the campaign trail. Matt Damon was on SNL.
Yep.
He got interviewed by 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes did a
big piece on
IMAX. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you saw all that.
Everyone
so I got to see some clips, and I was like, oh man, I'm really excited. So I watched the trailer. It's so good, so good.
I still haven't watched the trailer. I'm holding back.
Yeah, sure. But I realized I'm like, normally I pull back from trailers because, you know, I want to keep the secret alive. But then I thought to myself, Reese, you are watching every single adaptation of the Odyssey. I don't think anything's going to be a surprise for you in this film. So I won't talk about the trailer. But I have been delving into the early adaptations. So this will be an episode on the early adaptations of the Odyssey. James, can you tell me the first ever adaptation of the Odyssey?
Are we talking just movies? Or
no, radio stage plays, James.
Wait, is there a radio stage play?
I don't know. I'm not going to fucking listen to it.
I'm guessing it was like 1912.
Whoa, 1911. Directed by Italian people.
That's right, Italians make movies too.
Francisco Bertolini, Giuseppe Delaguro, Adolf. Hal, Honey, I'm Home. Padovan.
Is this a committee of directors?
It's 3 directors. They made another film, Dante's Inferno, which I'm really want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But this adaptation, the first adaptation of the Odyssey, is 44 minutes. It's a silent film. It was really good. It is really bizarre.
What is it called?
Odyssey. Calm down, James.
Odyssey.
This is really hard.
Okay.
I have been scouring. Every time I scour, I think I find another 2 adaptations of the Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is the first one. which is really odd. 1911 is pretty late in the game to have an Odyssey adaptation. This is
the start of film. You know,
Well,
we're
film's
like
been around for
15,
20 years.
20-ish years, but at this point, right, they're making like 12-minute films of trains pulling into stations.
Let's see, 1911.
Oh, we had Trip to the Moon, I know.
Yeah, not a huge. I guess a lot of them has been destroyed.
Yeah.
But there has been some other big films come out. This actually not much. Never mind.
Anyway, continue.
But this was great. Super simple, which is probably the case for the other film I'm going to talk about. Nothing really that crazy. A straight adaptation of the Odyssey. Some stuff cut off here and there, but nothing too crazy. The big thing, two big things to point out is that one, this is a film in third person. Every single line of dialogue in the film is not from the characters. It is told to us as if a poet is reading it. So very odd. So it just skips around a lot and just goes from one set piece to another. No internality. Intern. No one has feelings. They just kind of go places and do things. And the narrator tells us what's happening.
Okay.
And two, the effects in this are so good. They're so good. The six-headed monster in the Odyssey.
I want to look up clips from this.
Yeah, it is on YouTube.
Let's see.
Scylla, the six-headed monster, is a really cool effect. I'll pull it up and I'll see if I can tell you where it is, James.
Let me see.
If you go to 15, you'll see Scylla, the six-headed beast.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
It's so amazing. They're so well done. I don't know how they did it. They even breathe fire.
Wow.
There is.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
The giant.
Yeah.
Is really cool. There is one shot where he's throwing a rock at the boat.
Oh wow,
and it is. I don't know how they did it because it's not a split screen. I'll turn around and show James. I don't understand how they did this because it's not a split. It's pretty clear that it's not a split because you can see the water, and he throws the rock. And I just don't understand.
You know, this has become a theme. A lot of movies from the silent era that have impressed me the most have not been from the Western world.
Yeah.
A lot of them are German.
Well, because Hollywood didn't really get started. I think mostly because Edison was a real cunt.
Real piece of shit.
Which is why LA started being the capital of film.
Yeah.
Because Edison had basically a ring of mobsters that would just beat up anyone with a camera in New York and in the East. So everyone had to go out west
this is
to run away from
stuff.
him. It's incredible. It's beautiful. 44 minutes.
Wow.
Watch it. If you have the time, watch it. It is really good.
This is back when every shot was a wide.
Yeah.
But it's
but not much of note. Not much of note in that one.
Yeah, these are some of the most incredible set pieces from this time period I've seen.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, wow.
Now, in between this and the next adaptation is nothing.
It's nothing?
The next film is Ulysses, 1954. So yeah, that is 40 years.
That is bonkers.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I thought 20s, 30s, we would have at least got one.
Yeah, no. And this is an Italian film. And not an incredible one. This is a very accurate adaptation again.
Ulysses.
Starring Kirk Douglas. Probably the only reason to watch it outside of this exercise. The director didn't really do much else. No one else in the film really did much else. The film is fine. It's pretty mid. There's nothing crazy happening in it. It is just a pretty straightforward adaptation. Besides Kirk Douglas.
This director, I'm looking at his photo. It looks like he has the biggest hat on his skinny little Italian head. He looks,
very, very Italian man.
looks
Yeah,
very Italian.
it's if you were to now the intro is made mostly entirely of the clips from this
Okay.
film. If you wanted to watch an adaptation of the Odyssey before the Nolan film, I would suggest this.
Okay.
It is pretty stock standard, nothing crazy. It's only 100 minutes. This is pretty damn good if you want an adaptation. Kirk Douglas is, I mean, he's Kirk Douglas. The best scene in the film is when he speaks to Cersei, and she shows him the dead people, namely his mother, and a bunch of his mates from the Trojan War. And Cersei basically offers for Ulysses to become a god, an immortal god. And Kirk Douglas has this, I think it's like a 2-minute monologue about life and about mortality. And you'd think it would be grandiose and amazing, but he's so... I just want to make out with this guy. He's so fucking hot. He speaks of death as just a comfort after old age and after life, and that life only means something when you die, and that he wishes to not die in grandiose battle like a lot of his friends.
See, that sounds epic.
It does.
If he's standing there.
But he's just whispering it. There's a line he says that he wishes to die maybe on a cold day, chill in the air that just might knock me down.
It makes me sad.
It's so beautiful. And that's really it. There is the great monologue again later on the island of the Phoenicians, where he says that he is Ulysses, king of Ithaca, conqueror of Troy, blah 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 blah, and it's so good. Man. It's so good. He is really the only reason to watch this film. There's not much else to it. It is pretty stock standard, and any scene that does not have Kirk Douglas is 3 stars below.
Yeah, it's on YouTube,
especially because they're Italian people and they're all dubbed over, so they're not even that great. But it's Kirk Douglas. He carries this film on his back. He's so good. He's so good.
The set pieces look so incredible.
They're fine.
This looks awesome.
Now, after this, there is not much. The biggest adaptation of the Odyssey after these two is a TV show, a very long TV show, directed by multiple directors, notably Mario Bava and another guy that I forget, but Mario Bava.
Italian guy.
I will be talking about TV shows next week. There is several.
And you've watched all of them?
I've watched parts. Most of them are episodic TV shows that weren't even made to have endings, so they were just shows that would go on until the network cancelled them. So I only watched enough to get a gist, because otherwise I'd be sitting there watching 5 seasons in a week, and you
could just go on and mental. On. Yeah, fuck that.
But I will be watching the entire TV show that Mario Bava directed. I should figure out who else.
Tell me what the show's called.
It's called The Odyssey. What the fuck do you think? You're gonna ask this every episode, and I'm gonna be like, "Well, called? I know, real shocker. It's called The Odyssey."
Sure.
I hate this. The letterbox search engine. 1968's The Odyssey. So I'm going to dig into this. It seems that this got recompiled a couple times, because there is Odyssey, which is only 110 minutes, but this one is 400, so I could technically just watch the 110 minutes, but do you think I will, James?
I think you would. You're a completist.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch the 400-minute show.
Nice.
Strap
in.
It's odd. It's really bizarre that there is only 2 major adaptations of the Odyssey before the 60s.
That's shocking.
Really, in between this is a couple serials that are pretty mediocre. I watched one of them not knowing that it wasn't actually about the Odyssey. It was about it was a sequel to the Iliad, but not the Odyssey. The Line of Thebes, fine. White people acting as Egyptians, it's whatever.
What else is new?
There's Hercules, Samson, and Ulysses, which I watched, and it was fine.
Mhm.
Nothing crazy. Just a couple generic serials that I think you would love. And would probably buy the $100 4K.
Yeah, sign me up.
From Arrow when it comes out.
I would rent that out from Auto House.
But yeah, these 2 versions are very stock standard. Really nice pieces to them.
But they're good contrasting pieces, right? One's a 1911 silent.
One's a great visual showcase, and one's a great acting showcase of a great star.
Yeah.
So that has been the episode. Our little side quest on An Odyssey Through the Odyssey. Now back to whatever bullshit we're talking about. Welcome back to some bullshit we're talking about. Now I'm going to talk about the next film. Today we are talking about Brian De Palma's 1976 film Obsession. Starring Cliff Robertson, a wealthy New Orleans businessman becomes obsessed with a young woman who resembles his late wife. James, you haven't even seen this film. I don't know why you suggested us to talk about Brian De Palma's remake of Vertigo.
To clarify, when Reese told me he had an intro for Obsession, this is not what I was expecting. Fairly unprofessional of Reese to spring this on me.
Right now I have my copy of Brian De Palma's Obsession. When I thought about this, I thought, yeah, that sounds like something I'd do. So yesterday I sat down and I rewatched Brian De Palma's Obsession. And I remembered, because I love Brian De Palma. But a lot of the time, because he makes so many movies, I really only rewatch the movies I love. Notably, Phantom of the Paradise, Dressed to Kill, Body Double, Snake Eyes. And I haven't watched Obsession since I first watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just watching it, I remembered that even Brian De Palma's mid films are a warm bath for me. And so good. This is a great film. This is amazing. I love Obsession. I thought it was, when I first watched it, just a bland copy of Vertigo, but rewatching it, it's so good. It is so good. Cliff Robertson, which you probably know as Uncle Ben in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He is
he's
really
in this.
great.
Ooh,
John Lithgow as a New Orleans businessman is very funny. It's just Brian De Palma. It's so beautiful. The score by Bernard Herrmann is incredible. It's
our boy Bernard.
not a high up there film in his catalog. It came out the same year as Carrie, which was really the kickoff of his career. There was Sisters before this, but Carrie is really the point where people were like, okay, De Palma. De Palma's a guy that you got to know about. Please watch Obsession. It is a disgusting film. Like I said earlier, it is just a Alfred Hitchcock film, but with a layer of sleaze.
But again, that is just De Palma.
It's
De Palma.
That's exactly what I want. It is Vertigo. In a weird way, I prefer this to Vertigo. I should rewatch Vertigo, but I prefer this to Vertigo because it is just Vertigo, but with sleaze.
But maybe you need that. Maybe you need a little more spice in your Vertigo, you know?
Obsession 2025?
2026.
2025.
Yes, 2026.
2025.
What's up? I was calling to see if there's a way I can alter a wish. Like to cancel your wish? No. It's okay to keep the... I just want to know if I can, like... alter it a little. I'm sorry, we don't really do that. No? If you have any questions about how the wish works or If you read the back of the box... Is it even real? Yeah, it's real. No, I know that the... Is her love real? Just because you chose this for her doesn't make it less real.
Obsession.
Curry Barker. After breaking a mysterious one-wish willow to win his crush's heart, a hopeless romantic finds himself getting exactly what he asked for, but soon discovers that some desires come at a dark, sinister price.
Wow. And Obsession is starring Michael Johnson as Bear. When I first heard that, I was like,
yeah, it took me a while.
Did he say Bear?
His name isn't actually Bear, it's Baron.
Yeah. Everyone calls him Bear. His friends call him Bear.
One great thing about this, Bear is such a cute name. It sounds like a name you'd give to a little dog, but it is a ferocious animal that devours anything it gets its hands on, and kind of hints back to the debate of would you rather be in a room with a stranger man or a bear? A idea that is, well, it's a TikTok idea that is just meant to provoke. It's not actually meant to truly get down to the heart of the issue. It's just a kind of a get views
kind of hook.
But still,
it's I mean, also have hope I'm saying her last name right. It's Indy. Is it Neveretti or is it
sure?
Neveretti. I'm not sure actually how you say her last name. And she plays Nikki. I'm so thankful in my notes during this movie. I was like, how do you spell Nikki? I was like, okay, maybe it's CKI, but I was like,
there's like a dozen ways to spell it.
This is the most bizarre name. Or bizarre way to spell her name. And then we have Cooper Tomlinson, who plays Ian, and Megan Lawless as Sarah. Were you familiar with Curry Baker when he started doing sketch comedy few years back around COVID? I didn't realize I had seen any of his work until it started popping up again on my TikTok feed, and I suddenly thought, oh, that's the guy who did Obsession, and he made another feature a couple years
Brian
ago.
De Palma's on TikTok?
Yeah, he's a big TikTok guy. He made another feature called Milk and Cereal, which is a found footage 60-minute feature a couple years ago, which is great. I really like Milk and Cereal.
What's your favorite?
I personally prefer the cereal to the milk.
What? I was talking about like Weet-Bix. I was talking about like Weet-Bix, man.
No.
No, I did not know anything about this. The only thing I heard was the craze, the iconic picture of Curry Barker and the Backrooms director,
Kane Parsons.
Kane Parsons, and Dead Meat James sneaking in the background. And
then Jason Blum posting it and everyone
replying. Losing their mind. There is a huge craze about these two guys as the kickoffs to the next generation of directors, and the kickoff of the YouTube craze. So immediately, because he's our age, right?
He's 26.
26.
Yeah.
Immediately, when I saw an uproar about a new director who was my age, after having done basically not much, I immediately was like, poo him, poo this. This is going to be poo stinky poo, kind of being a little toddler, which I
think it's a natural reaction for everyone.
Yeah, but I'm a jealous cunt.
Well, get more jealous. Kane Parsons is 20.
Yeah. Though I still think it's such a crazy spin to do. This guy is scheduled to do a Texas Chainsaw movie.
He has another film coming out soon.
With A24?
With Aaron Paul and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Really?
It's called Anything But Ghosts. Yes.
And I think, I hope it works, but no. Just anyone who gets stamped with Chainsaw Massacre, that's a death sentence, man. No one has ever been able to do a good Chainsaw film except for
Toby Hooper. Yeah.
And maybe the Sand Dunes.
Did Toby do the second one?
He did the second one.
He did, yes, he did the second one.
The I think it's the 03 remake, or I think it's 03. Chainsaw is a death sentence to anyone. Do not do a Chainsaw Massacre film. I've watched every single one of them, and they are all terrible outside of the first two and the remake.
Best of luck.
Watching this film, how? Why? How and why? Why would you want to do this, and how do you do this? Because I don't
know
any Chainsaw Massacre in this film.
No, there isn't. I'm a little...
It's a bit worrying.
It's bizarre, yeah. Well,
and just immediately having these people just crown them is...
I would feel really
dangerous.
scared if I was them.
It's scary. I've seen interviews with him. He's fine. You know, he says some nice stuff, but also he says some stuff which I'm like, yes, it's weird. Just he's immediately in these perfectly tailored suits.
Yeah.
Or not suits, but like perfectly tailored outfits. And he's talking to everyone. And I worry. I'm like, this is so much, so quickly, that would go to your head, or it would be a lot of pressure. But why? Why are we doing this?
Especially when you're so young. It's a lot of weight to have
so
on
much
your
weight.
shoulders, especially
for really only one film.
For one movie, yeah. I mean,
one movie.
It's difficult because he hasn't even released. He's shot his next feature that's coming out, I don't know, soon. But I hope that does well, because if that isn't received as well, it might immediately just tank his career right away, which is...
I don't think the last generation, the Robert Eggers, Ari Aster, they weren't given this crown, really.
No.
Maybe Ari Aster for Hereditary, that was a huge film.
Was huge, but I think over time he gradually still had
grew.
You get to grow.
But this is like, I mean, a head of a studio crowning you as the next generation, that's scary. Scarier than most, probably anything in this film.
Yeah. Let's talk about this film, though. So, $750,000 budget. He got picked up for this by the producer of 47 Meters Down.
Your favorite.
I have two posters for this, unfortunately. James Harris.
You have two posters for Uncaged, right? The sequel.
Sure.
Or did I give you the...
I think you gave me the first one.
I don't know.
$750,000. It was picked up by Focus Features for $15 million. That's insane.
I think it's made that back. 15,
so
I think it's 20 mil.
Yeah, it opened in 2,600-ish theaters. To how much do you think it opened to?
I looked it up. Just the opening weekend.
Yeah,
I think it's 15.
Yeah, 17 million.
17, yeah.
So it's made around 28 million so far.
Yeah.
Hokum, for comparison, made 20 million.
Really?
Yeah.
People went to see that?
Yes.
Okay. That's a bit of a shock.
Yes, people saw that movie.
Where do we even start?
Oh, man.
I have so much to talk about this film about.
I was thinking about this coming out of the movie.
Yeah.
There's a certain group of people, not that are going to come away saying, this is a very small group of people that are going to come away saying, women be crazy, you know?
Yeah, I think people did, eh?
And
insane.
It's insane to me. People came out of this thinking
women are crazy.
Or Bear was the good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That actually shook me.
Which part did you fully stamp him as evil?
Probably from the point he there's a couple of stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
When there's a scene towards the start of the movie when he's driving Nikki back to the house and they're talking, and then you get a sense that he's so young, he has no idea the difference between uh a a true, being actually in love with someone
Mm-hmm.
or just a romance. There's a line where she says she's writing a book, and I forget what the line is exactly. She says she's writing a romance, and he's a love story, and he
Yeah.
replies with,
What's
"Oh,
the
what's the
difference?"
difference?" And she's like, "Oh boy, this is not the guy for me." But he cannot take a hint. Is what I'm trying to say. He does not. He cannot take a hint. This guy. But there's another point
Well,
after the restaurant
taking a
scene.
hint, I don't see that. He is a guy that is just enraptured,
Mhm.
and I think that's the difficult thing with this film is that obsession and desire, in a lot of cases, are not under your control.
Mhm.
Um, it's a bizarre feeling to to be that enraptured with a person.
He's very obsessed. I mean, as soon as she tells him that she's lost her grandma's diamond necklace, uh, his plan is to go to a store, buy her a new one, and gift it to her. Um, and it's kind of like, you sure that's a good idea, man?
Well, I think he's just young. I think Bear is extremely lonely, extremely mentally unwell.
Mhm.
Not in an evil
No.
sense, but just he has probably got depression, and he's extremely lonely.
I mean, they've established that they're trying to go to uni.
Yeah.
Sometime after high school, they're trying to find their way.
Yeah, and I mean, they make it clear that his grandma died recently.
Mhm.
That's why he's moved in to her flat,
Yeah.
and his cat dies. And when she asks at the beginning to come to the quiz night, and he goes, that really spoke to me as like it's just it's such a need for people, but not being ready for people.
Mhm.
And it's so hard because to to be alone, you got to work through that. But in a lot of ways, you just want people to fill that void.
Yeah.
But in a lot of ways, that isn't the void that you're trying to fill. It's a weird feeling of loneliness.
Mhm.
And of course, you think, okay, well, I'll fill that with people, but that's not
I'll
what
get into a relationship.
That's not actually what the problem is.
Yeah.
But I think Bear is so young. And
He doesn't understand that.
so unwell.
Mm.
He's a wreck through this whole, even before. He's just
Yeah.
such a wreck, and he is so needing of something. And I don't think anyone in his vicinity is mature enough to understand that, and that he is so unwell.
Yeah.
Not that it's their problem.
Yeah, it's not
But
their
yeah,
fault.
they're not mature enough to see he's mentally unwell, and he's not mature enough to understand what he's feeling. Everyone's in a rapture. I put the stamp of evil on him when we cut to the first time they're fucking.
Yes, I was just about to mention that.
And you see her face, and you just want to throw up.
Yeah.
I think that's the great part of this film, is that you can totally understand why he's doing it. And it kind of gets you on to his wavelength. It makes you feel it. It's really disturbing. Yes.
I mean, it's a totally relatable situation, right? We've all been there where you have a crush on someone, or maybe you know someone that you're kind of close with, and you want to be in a romantic relationship with them, and it's such a relatable subject, and this film does such a great job of taking that and saying, well, what if what if that could be the case? Except it's you just you take this thing, the One Wish Willow, and this person is instantly enamored with you, and they're obsessed with you.
Well,
it's such a
yeah. Coraline, Nosferatu, Krampus, Thinner, Wish Upon, The Monkey, Hellraiser, Pet Sematary, Click, It's a Wonderful Life, Big, 17 Again, Home Alone, Shrek Forever After, Late Night with the Devil, Phantom of the Paradise, The Substance, Night Swim, Wishmaster, Stardust, Wish, Labyrinth, Bedazzled, Bedtime Stories, and our favourite, Yesterday.
Oh.
What do those films all have in common, James? They are all films where you get what you asked for.
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for this, I saw the poster for this, and I heard all the hubbub about this, and I immediately thought, that's dumb. This looks dumb. That idea is such a hacked idea. But this film does it in such a weird way. Such a fascinating structure, right?
Yeah, it's done in such a horrifying way that just really shook me. It really shook me, especially there's so many scenes in this movie, like when Bear is asleep and Nikki is in the corner of the room just screaming. And that was fucking terrifying. That was terrifying shit.
Now, in my screening, we did you have a packed screening? What was your case?
It was not really packed. I had a group of uni students come into the theater and sit down right beside me, and a guy would turn to his girlfriend every scene. Something shocking would happen, and not whisper. He would basically just talk to her.
Yeah.
You just look there and be like, oh, that's shocking, and it's like, oh my god, man. It was every moment, and it just took me out of it in so many places. It pissed me off.
That's weird, because I had the opposite. Packed crowd, same uni students at Takapuna, and they were great. They were great.
That's
yeah, sure,
good.
they were chatting at some points, but it was a great energy in the room.
This movie kind of gets an audible response out of you, though.
Yes, yeah. I laughed at a lot of this film, and especially the horror, which for good and for ill, I think it was definitely purposeful. Knowing Curry Barker's,
yeah,
thanks Barker.
Yeah,
his background. It was a very funny movie. Did you find it funny?
Yeah.
I was laughing. And I think I laughed at some of the
maybe not as intense as you.
Yeah. Oh man, I was fucking cackling. I was the Wicked Witch at the background. And a lot of the horror is really good. It is really unnerving. The movement of Nikki is this weird marionette style. Like she's almost stop motion in the background.
Yeah.
The cinematography is so beautiful.
A lot of the time she's shot in silhouette.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's really unsettling.
Yeah. They do this style of her face is so black, but you can kind of see a face in it. And it's probably harder for you to judge with your vision, but like you could see her face through it, but not really.
I get what you mean. I get what you're trying
Very
to say.
Skinamarink in a way, where
is.
you're kind of trying to organize, your brain is trying to organize pixels and noise. I think I would not be able to watch this film at home because I wouldn't be able to see what's on the screen. It's so goddamn dark.
It is a dark movie.
You need to watch this in a cinema, otherwise, if you have a flashlight on, or your phone's on,
the sun's coming through the window,
you will not be able to see this movie. It's so goddamn dark to a fault. I think at home this would be a really miserable watch, but it looks beautiful in the cinemas. The score, what'd you think of the score?
I don't have much to say about the score. It was there. It did its job.
Really?
I don't think I really recall what the score was like, nor that did it really affect me.
Okay.
But you
loved it.
you loved it? Yeah.
When I'm writing the past week or so after watching it, I've just been listening to it, the score on in the
Mhm.
background. It's a really unnerving score. It's very YouTube.
Yeah.
It felt like a 2-hour background spooky music
Yeah.
compilation, very synth heavy, sort of 80s styled, which the whole movie is.
It is very I mean, it's shot in 4:3. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's the sign of an
Yeah.
A24 movie.
It's it's got this YouTube styling to it.
It does.
It
It
feels like a
does.
YouTube horror film. For good and for ill. Sometimes it really works, sometimes it doesn't. But I really liked the score. I thought it was really good. Just very
Yeah.
unnerving.
I thought the performances were
Great.
really solid. I forget her name again. Indy, what's her name? Indy Neveretti. She gave a very Mia Goth esque performance in some cases.
Yeah.
Very, very, very creepy. There's something Curry Baker does really well in his work, because he's great at holding on shots, and it doesn't feel like it's overstayed its welcome. It feels really unsettling. There's a shot where Bear leaves, and we just hold on Nikki for almost a minute, and then we pan down and she just starts like peeing, and it's really unsettling.
A very Exorcist.
Yeah.
Which it's just taken from the Exorcist, but it was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, there is the shot where she's holding the flower pot in front of her face.
Yeah.
I did not like that. That was just very funny and a bit lame. It does get a bit samey after a while. There's a lot of scenes that I can tell they filmed in the same night.
I think that comes from a budget issue.
Yeah.
You start seeing the limitations.
Sure, but it does get a lot of the same.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with the film is Sarah. I liked Sarah. Now, Sarah is the other girl in the... She's the other woman in the film.
She works with them. She's their friend. Yeah.
I felt she was... I'm trying to think of the wording here. She was just there. She was there for a purpose.
Kind of unimportant.
They have one scene where she's given some backstory and some fluff, and the scenes with her are so corny and really cheaply written. They're just really generic back and forth lovey-dovey stuff, and it doesn't feel like Bear.
It's kind of designed so because in reality she's, I guess, who
Pepsi Break
he should be with.
It's which I had a huge problem with, is that she is there specifically to be the perfect
version
for Bear.
Yeah.
But in doing so, she is portrayed as this two-dimensional woman, which the whole film is about.
The objectification of
women. And she is just this two-dimensional goth girl that is there for the gratification of him. And sure, there's a scene where she says some stuff about, tattooing or whatever, but it's there. She is there, and she has no depth to her outside of wanting to love Bear. That's all she is. And I feel it's really tacky, especially in contrast to the point of the film. I think... and it cheapens and simplifies the film down too much, because the big crux of the film is, should Bear be doing this? What would you do? What are the ethics of this scenario?
Really, it's what are the ethics,
But to have Sarah there and she be the perfect person for Bear, that just cheapens it. It means that you're watching and you're like, well, you just go with Sarah. Just go with Sarah. She's right there. She is literally throwing herself at you, Bear. And you're just like, no, I want Nikki. I feel that really cheapens it. Because the thing I liked about Bear is that he is so lonely and so depressed and so unwell. And to have this easy out kind of cheapens the decisions he makes, and makes them just so clearly evil. And maybe that's the point, but I felt if there was a stronger reason for Bear to stay there, he gets a lot of chances to cancel the wish through various means, and he doesn't take them. And to have Sarah there basically just paints him as just evil, super evil. But to not have Sarah there, it's one more coin. It's a small coin, but it helps balance it out to be, if he doesn't have Nikki, there's nothing. He's got nothing. He found out that his best friend is fucking the girl of his dreams. And it means that if he cancels this wish through one way or another, he's got nothing.
I think the
He's got
problem
no
is
friends. He'll just be a wreck.
The problem is we get no time to establish anything between him and Sarah before he makes the wish. So it's all we get is Nikki saying to Bear, "Oh, Sarah is kind of into you."
Yeah.
And I just think, okay,
Who is Sarah?
Who's Sarah? Oh, she was at the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, well, why do I'm thinking, well, why should Bear care if I don't know what their relationship really is.
She's an easy out.
It seems to me like she's just kind of the fourth wheel of the group. That's what I got.
That's how she acts.
Yeah.
And when she dies, which great moment.
That's oh my
love
god.
that moment.
That's
but as soon as it
such
happened,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, her whole story, her whole purpose was just as like a little piece of twine holding the film together. And it there's a point of a film that I call when you sign off.
Mhm.
When you sign off of a film, and this reminded me a lot of Surat,
Mhm.
which has a similar
Pretty
sign-off moment.
impactful scene, yeah.
We won't spoil it,
No.
but something happened. A person dies in Surat, pretty dramatically. Same to this, where it's just out of nowhere, and it changes the film. And in both of those moments in Surat and in Obsession, I sign off. I take the piece of paper and I sign my name out of the checkbook and I leave the hotel.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm done. Not in an aggressive or, this movie shouldn't have done that. Just in a mental sense, your mind can only hold so much until you pass that boundary and you sign off and you're like, this is a film. This is a moving picture, 24 frames, flickering on a screen. This is not reality. I'm not connecting to it. I have resigned. Did you feel that?
I felt that towards the end.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to the point where I just said to myself, this did such a great job at building to a point, and it feels like Curry didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Because he changed the ending.
The ending. I don't know what the original ending was.
The original ending, which they filmed multiple of, was that Nikki would kill herself before getting her mind back.
Yeah.
And I just saw this on a TikTok, so it's just fucking very nothing information, but they shot that multiple times. That was the full ending, and then I think Curry Barker's dad and some of the crew suggested that she live, and he shot one take of that. And in post, they decided that that would be the actual ending.
In my theater, I didn't hear the snap or the jingle, whatever. I didn't hear it. I don't know how I missed it.
You don't hear the jingle. You hear you don't hear the snap. You hear the jingle.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I think I just had my head in the notepad again.
Yeah, nose in the pad
nose
again.
in the pad again.
Ugh.
Or I think I was so distracted by Jimmy Bob. Anyway, I didn't get that. So when he snapped into a trance and walked out of the room, I was super confused until I saw the Willows sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Yes,
I think the ending doesn't work.
No.
He wrote himself into a corner.
Yeah.
It's just weird that he moves her body. That Nikki comes, smashes Sarah's face in, which is great. Like the
Great
close
stuff.
up on her face after being smashed incredible. But as soon as that happened, and to see him move Nikki's body, I was like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Signing out. Not as an active thing, but as just an emotional sort of blockade. Just being like, okay, I'm done. This is a moving picture. I'm out. And then it kind of just flails for a bit. And he tries to think of a touching ending, but I don't think it gets
I
there.
don't think it gets there. An issue for me is Ian is kind of here. His friend is kind of here to drop a bit of information around the time when he tells Bear that Nikki's father does not have cancer, and then he just kind of checks out of the movie and then comes back at the end. He just kind of pops it. I didn't care for his character much.
Well, that's also Sarah.
Yeah.
Basically everyone outside of the main two just jump in to tell some stuff. And I kind of liked it. It was an interesting structure. You don't really see that in movies, and maybe there's a reason why. But it was interesting that everyone else was onto it. And it kind of painted that everyone knows what's happening.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because we have a montage. It's really, really funny.
Montage,
It's
the Spider-Man 3 pancake flipping scene
where they're just dancing through, skipping through fields of flowers. They're making out. It's all lovey-dovey. And then then we cut to the restaurant, and we get that information dropped on us. Ian,
what a dick.
He's such a dick. At the start of the movie, he suggests to Bear, hey, you should call her by this name.
Crazy Nikki.
Crazy Nikki. And it's such a stupid idea, but I kind of get why Bear used it, because he's scrambling at something.
I think Ian would say that in the reality, but Bear is not that kind of person.
No.
To have a best friend, to know that they love a woman, or idealize or desire this woman, and to know that you're fucking them, and to actively push him to ask her out, but only when it's good for him, is so evil.
It's so fucked
so
up.
evil.
Ian is not a nice guy.
No. And but there's some depth to him, at least. Like, I liked some of his actions. Like, he was like, no, you're not coming to the party because you're fucked up and this is fucked up. But it's still for him.
Yeah, it's not for
Nikki,
not for Bear.
Not for Bear. It's for him. And the party scene, which in any other movie I would hate. I normally hate these party scenes where something crazy's happening, but no one's speaking about it. But this was great. I think the party scene's the best scene.
It's great.
So good. It's so funny.
She stands up and tells the most fucked up story.
It's great. It's awesome.
Can you remember what the story was about?
It was like a Blackbeard situation where it's a brother and sister that are fucking,
like
I believe.
Hansel and Gretel.
There is a famous story that is about a couple that turn out to be blood related, brother and sister, and they have to deal with that. It's a mix of that and Bluebeard, which is sort of what Obsession is. But I think it's original because it's what she's writing for a book. But it's so funny.
It's so funny and so awkward.
Funny.
She drops the story and everyone just sits there absolutely like, what the fuck?
But probably the scariest part of the movie and parts of the movie is when she snaps out of it. It's scary. She plays it so well. Especially in that scene where she just screams, "It's not me, it's not me." That's some fucking scary shit.
There's a moment when Bear's leaving the room and she's not so Nikki's sleeping, but the real Nikki is calling out to Bear to end her life. And he just,
well, what does he say?
I forget what's the line.
He says, "What's so bad
being with me?"
Is it that bad? That's some real. I think that's when most people be like, "Nah, he's super evil.
He's super fucked up."
But Yeah, and I think it's some people have painted Bear as just 100% evil, and some people have been like, "Nah, Nikki's
I don't.
it's a movie about crazy bitches."
Yeah.
But that's the stuff I love about this is it really shows how loneliness can just rot you
Yeah.
and rot your perspective. Um, and Bear is so evil in this, but I think probably because he's such a cute little boy, and he's got the name Bear, and
He
he's
seems
so
innocent.
soft
Yeah.
spoken. And even when like Nikki's doing crazy shit, he's like, Nikki, we talked about this. You
There's-
can't fully like he's not Hitler or
No.
anything.
There's a scene after the party where he's screaming at Nikki and saying, I just want you to be Nikki, the Nikki
Yeah.
I want."
Yeah.
It's like before before I snapped the willow branch, I just want you to be Nikki, and it's really unsettling. Yeah.
The scene where he goes back and he gets a new willow branch from the weird clerk
antique shop. Yeah.
and he was I don't know about that scene. The willow stuff I didn't really care for. But all that comes at the end.
Yeah.
Which is why I really don't like the ending, is that they just chuck on all of this extra stuff, like, oh, well, actually only one person could get a wish, and it's a real wish.
Start dropping all the lore, and it gets convoluted. It's
dumb.
like, I don't care.
I got enough. I loved when he called the help desk, and he hears Nikki in hell or wherever she is. That was really good.
The key part in that scene is he asks to alter the wish.
Yeah,
you know?
and not remove it.
That's the
That's
key.
real despicable shit.
Yeah, it's real. I'm like, that's a bit sus, buddy.
It's real fucked.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never like this in movies where you're near the end and you're just trying to rush through it. You can feel that the director is just trying to rush through it.
Gotta wrap it up.
And they still want to keep that tension in, and the character knows everything to know now. They have all the information about the spooky demon, and so instead of being a rational person and going to someone and talking to them rationally, they act like crazy crackheads. So he goes to Ian's house and he's acting like a crazy crackhead. And he's like, "You gotta use the witch. You gotta use the witch. Snap it." And of course he uses it and asks for $1 billion.
Of course Ian doesn't believe him. Why would you?
And I'm like, you don't have, anyone else. You could just go to like a fucking McDonald's and be like, "Hey mate, can you snap this?"
Well, I think. Yeah.
Like you could so easily, because we know literally that because Bear puts forth to ask Ian to snap and ask to undo the wish, undo it entirely. And I was like, wow, okay, so you could just snap it and say, take me back a week, and then bang, it's all fixed. But because the wish is so ultimate, you can ask for literally anything. Just go to someone, mate. Go to your boss, or go to anyone.
Well, I think that's the point. Is he doesn't have really anyone.
Yeah, but go to a McDonald's, bro. Just go to a McDonald's, give it to someone and be like, "Can you snap this and ask this?" I don't know.
It's for a YouTube prank.
Go to a homeless person, give them $100 and be like, "Snap this and say this thing." You can. I think Kari Barker has said it in interviews that he didn't think it through. The unlimited wish.
No, he didn't. No.
Yeah. He said that he didn't write it perfectly, so that's why it feels like it, because he didn't really think it through.
No.
And it's not huge. It's not a big
thing.
I get it. Yeah. It happens in every movie, so I'm not asking this guy to reinvent the wheel. Yeah. I wonder how it will be on a rewatch. Coming out of the film, I thought a rewatch would be worse. Now I'm wondering if it'll be better. What do you think?
I think when we talked about it briefly, I said a similar thing. I said I don't know if a rewatch is gonna be as effective.
Yeah.
Especially since I know what's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think the shock of a lot of the horror is gonna stick stick to my gut like it did during this movie
Yeah.
originally. And it's the same with a lot of these. So there's a trend, a lot of horror films now. It's got to be a situational relationship horror. We've had films like
It's internal horror.
yeah,
The horror of the self.
yeah. We've had films like recently Together, for example.
I hated Together.
How Midsummer is a relationship drama at its core, companion. And a lot of those movies, upon a rewatch, I never feel it never sticks with me like a first watch did. Yeah.
It takes a real weapon of a movie to be great on a rewatch. This film is great. It's got a lot to sink your teeth into, but I think it has some piece of rock in the steak.
It's not perfect.
Some buckshot left over from the kill. I said this when we first watched Long Legs. I wrote a big review on Long Legs because I had a lot to say about Long Legs.
Too much to say, some might say.
Probably. And the crux of it at the end is I stated that I was looking forward to Oscar Perkins' career after this, that this was an imperfect film, that you can see how he can clean it up.
And what did we get after this?
The Monkey, which is fun, but very clearly not a great film.
No.
Did you even watch Keeper?
No. Did you?
No.
No. You could have.
If we did an episode on Keeper, I would have done the same gag I did with Obsession, but with Michael Mann's The Keep.
I think this works better, though.
If we were... Okay, so... Yeah. If it was video, it'd be better, because I literally pulled out my copy of Obsession. But I think it worked. I think it worked in the end.
Fun
little gag. But yes, do we think that this will be a better career than Oscar? Well, Oscar, he's still got stuff.
Still got some
Curry Barker,
skin in the game.
What do we think will happen to this boy?
I think he's got good ground until Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I think once we get Texas Chainsaw, and even his next film, I think there's going to be another Curry Baker pop-up before his next film's released. And all the media are going to mass around this new person.
Does anyone talk about Osgood really anymore?
Like Cal, even in all the articles, it's always about I don't know,
Markiplier.
Markiplier. It's
the trend will pass him, as does everything, and I hope he can weather the storm.
He'll still keep making movies, even if the low budget horror YouTube movies. He'll still make.
I'm just worried. I'm worried. Just seeing him in his perfectly tailored fits, very on trend. He's talking to all the trendy people, and the photos popping off, and the movies popping off. I'm like, when has this ever gone well? When has this sort of treatment ever been good for a person?
Yeah, it goes eventually, no matter how good of a person you are, it will go to your head to some capacity.
Well, even less than that, just the hype around it. And if his film that comes out is an artistic film, is a film you need to sink your teeth into and sit with, if it's a Cronenberg film, like Crash, that is hated when it comes out, that's what I would love. If Curry Barker turns into a Cronenberg, where people hate their films when they come out, but you sink your teeth into, and you really need to sit with them.
It kind of marinates over time.
You need to marinate. You need to suck the marrow out of the bone. That would be really good if he turns into that kind of a director. But the problem is those kind of directors are hated at the time by critics and by studios, because the movies never make money, and critics are a bit too quick on the polls.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of it too is because these guys are so young. A lot of the articles are it's surrounded by that
Yeah,
fact. You know,
yeah.
it's these 24 when he made Obsession, blah,
Mm.
blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if this guy was 30, 35, there wouldn't be as much excitement around it. It'd still be
Yeah.
it'd still be some excitement, but not as
No,
not
it's
as
a lot
heavy
of
as
a
there
lot
is
of it
now.
is his age and
Yeah.
YouTube. That's basically what most of the hype is.
Curry Baker has a very interesting look to him. He
Yeah.
always looks very scary.
I was so impressed. I came in with my walls up,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think I told you that.
I think I could tell watching the trailer for this. I got an
Yeah.
aura that you weren't
Yeah,
impressed.
and when I have my walls up, it's really hard. I really do try, but I'm a prick. And I can really hate something if I want to hate it. But this slowly but surely broke down my walls. And I think that's a
It's
I should
good.
I should make a list really of films that I thought and I really wanted to hate but turned out to be great
Yeah.
great pictures.
Number 1, The Keep.
Fuck, I hate The Keep. There's a fucking shit movie.
You know, I was gonna pick that instead of The Fog.
Oh my god. There is the $200 copy of The Keep. That's all. That was everywhere.
It's sitting at Real Groovy.
Real Groovy, and it's huge.
massive.
How big do you think
mate,
it is?
it's like an A3 size paper.
Yeah, it's bigger than both our
size.
laptops
Yeah.
combined. And it has a lead or whatever. It's a solid piece of metal in the shape of the T from that is in the film.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw that, I thought to myself, who the fuck is buying this? Because who is the person they want to buy this copy, this $300 copy of The Keep? It's me. It's a fucking huge physical media fan that loves Michael Mann.
And you would. You would buy it.
I didn't, but I didn't.
But
And
you might.
No, I'm not.
No, you might.
I am going to buy it when it's $50. And until I don't know what they would a $300 copy of The Keep?
It's insane.
Or however much it was an incredible amount. If I am not going to buy that copy of The Keep, no one is going to buy that, and no one has.
Real Groovy are keeping it there for the day.
It's a terrible film. Have you watched the
it's terrible.
It's boring.
It's not great.
It is a 4-hour epic that was crammed down to like an hour 20. It's terrible.
It's all over. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
But this isn't a Michael Mann podcast.
One day. But Obsession is great.
It's pretty tight. It's not a long run. It's like 90.
It's 108.
108.
So it's
But I didn't feel the runtime.
No.
I'm sure you could cut something here and there.
Yeah. Let me just check on my notes.
As a cat lover, this film made me sad.
I don't really care for the cats.
I like. Sure.
Like the cat dies. Yeah, it's a bit sad. And then the meat was like, oh yeah.
Well, that scene's just kind of there for shock. It doesn't really add anything.
Yeah, there's just the middle just gets a bit samey. He goes and he does stuff, and people are like, "Man, your girlfriend's a real bagool," and he's like, "Nah,
you're crazy."
And he comes back, and she's doing a bagool.
Yeah.
I was watching
cutting
this,
his hair.
Yeah, I was watching this. I'm like, this is a real bagool situation, bro. Like this is clearly she's a bagool, and you were just like, yeah, but that pussy though, you know.
If I'm Curry Baker's neighbors, I'm like, mate, you got a bagool living in your house. I can hear it through the walls.
Yeah. It gets a bit samey.
But hey, it's his first feature.
I did have a note. So they work at the music store.
Yeah.
They get in at like fucking 9 a.m. or something, right? But then they leave at like midnight. I'm like, what kind of shift are you doing at the music shop?
I think
that's like
more
8 hours.
What kind of music store has the revenue to
hire 5 people?
5 people?
I guess they were doing lessons or something. Or I don't know. But because they enter in the morning and then they leave at night, and I was just, what kind of store like this has people doing 9 to 5s? Like if you're hiring teenagers, you don't do 9 to 5s, you know. If it's anything like, working at a cinema, you do like a 4 to 5 hour shift, morning and night.
Yeah.
What a 9 to 5?
I don't know, mate. I don't
It's
know.
really odd. It's really
Yes.
odd. But yes, I gave it an 8 out of 10. What would you give it?
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Tomorrow's episode is something that I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
Because it's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
But it's another silent spectacular. This has been
Obsession
and Mother Mary and Brian De Palma's Obsession and
The Keep.
Axen and The Keep and we have been the Second Boys. This has been the Second Studio. This has been tonight's first feature and Brian De Palma miniseries? Question mark?
Never happening.